we're starting at.
How's the competition going so far?
It's going great. It's been a lot of fun since we started spring ball. It's been really hard, but we're getting better.
Are you guys splitting first team reps, or is one of you guys taking more with the first team than the other, or how's it going?
We're all going first team. We're all just rotating. There's no who's getting more reps than whoever else. You got to ask Coach Day about that.
Do you expect Coach Meyer at the end of spring will name a leader, not necessarily a starter, because you'll still have fall camp, but at least a leader?
I have no idea. We'll see what happens. I'm working every day to be the guy. So if he names a leader after spring ball, I'll be excited. But if not, I'll keep working.
What's it like to be in a spring where you know you can actually win the job, as opposed to being in a spring where you're kind of incumbent starter?
I haven't really thought about that before, but I mean, definitely is a little bit more edge to you because you're competing for something that you want to do your whole life. But last spring I was competing to be the backup, and I'm just steady competing. And this spring I'm working to be the starter, so I'm just keep grinding.
I think on the outside there's a lot of expectation that the job is yours to lose. I think maybe you don't view it that way, but there's a lot of expectation I think around you. Just how do you handle all that this spring?
Well, I hold myself to a high standard, and in my opinion, that's what I think. If I lose a job, it's because of me. So I just keep working hard, pushing myself, pushing my teammates, and studying the film, in my playbook, and just prove every day that I'm the guy.
Is there any difference in the offense now that Coach Day has a little more, he's gotten that new title? Do you see any difference?
Coach Day had a lot to do with the offense last year. He's a really creative mind. He puts a lot of stuff in every day, and we're just going after defense. Every time we get an opportunity to call something different, we do it. And there's a lot of on the quarterback just be able to handle all those new plays we come in.
How was working out with Stefon Diggs last week?
I knew Steph since I was in high school, so that's my boy.
Does you keep up with each other? Does he give you any tips?
Yeah, I keep up with Steph. Yeah, his brother Trayvon Diggs is my best friends in high school, and he always comes to our 7-on-7s in our games and stuff. So me and Steph are pretty close.
And you're working out with guys like Antonio Brown and other NFL players. That had to be a really good experience for you. Can you just elaborate on that?
Yeah, I was just out there training, just trying to get some extra work in. And one of my closest friends, Mo Sanu, who I grew up with in New Jersey, he was out there in Miami, so I called him to let's work out. And then it just so happened that Tony Brown was there, and that's how that worked out. So.
What was that like? Passes to probably the best wide receiver.
It was unbelievable just because his work ethic is he works so hard, and you would think that you meet a guy like that and he's not humble and he doesn't put a lot of work in, but since the first rep we had together, he was pushing me, pushing himself. It was a lot of fun.
Did he teach you any dance moves to use this season?
No, he taught me a handshake, but he teach me any dance moves. Yeah.
When after the Michigan game and that kind of wore off, what was the biggest thing you took confidence-wise from being able to play in that game?
Just having the opportunity to play in the biggest rivalry of all the sports, and just being able to go in there and not really worry, just play every play at a time, and just being able to go out and win puts a lot of confidence in you, just because your team saw you do it, the world saw you do it, and just gives you a lot of confidence going forward.
And you said second year with Coach Day too. How has your comfort level with him improved? Is it like kind of second nature, just some of the things you guys are doing now?
Yeah, I mean, I knew Coach Day in high school as well. He was at Boston College, and he was recruiting me. And we always had a relationship before he came to Ohio State, so just picked up from there. And with the offense, he's doing a great job, and I'm excited he's my coach.
Dwayne, what is your approach day-to-day out here? Is it, it's like Coach Day said, there's really no pecking order going into this, spring and stuff. So what is your approach? What do you want to show them from day-to-day?
Just kind of what JT showed him, that he owned the offense, owned the team, and that not everything is about how you throw the football. So that's all I'm working on every day is how can I get this person better? How can I talk to the offensive line and give something different that they haven't experienced before?
Speaking of the offensive line, when we last talked to Coach Meyer, he was a little concerned about the center position. What have you guys seen from who's going to succeed Billy Price at center?
I mean, that's really hard to follow, especially when you had Pat Alfon, you had Billy Price, and Brady Taylor was my center last year for the twos, and he's done a great job. Everybody else behind him, Josh, Matt, and Matt Jones, and they're all doing a great job. It's hard playing center because, like the quarterback of the offensive line, you got to be able to call out the IDs and be able to change the protections, and it's hard for them as well, but they're doing great.
Dwayne, you said it's not always about how well you throw the ball, but people expect the way that you throw the ball to sort of transform this offense a little bit. Do you think that's going to happen?
I mean, I hope so. This is what we're doing so far. These last couple of practices has been, something that we haven't really done before, and we're just attacking defense in different ways and stretching the defense where, we have to make them play the whole field. And just by me using my talents to help give the ball to other players is all I really want to do as a quarterback anyway.
And do you expect the amount of quarterback carries to change now with that change at quarterback?
I mean, our offense will always have some type of reading and quarterback runs in there, and that's not going to change. So as on my end, it's on my part to make sure that I'm in physical shape and that I'm lifting and running to be able to do that stuff.
You showed you could do that last year in Michigan game. I know it was a small sample size, but you showed you could do that in real games. I'm sure you've showed it in practice too. Can you just speak more about your running capabilities?
I prefer to throw the ball. That's all I always was ever since I was little. But I can't run if needed to be. If I need to skip the pocket, I need to maneuver, I can do that. But it's that my first choice isn't to run the ball. So when people think that I can't run, but I can run. I'm not going to be as fast as Braxton or JT, but I'm definitely going to, if I got to take off, I'll take off.
You guys have a deep stable of running backs. I mean, that's another reason there might be less quarterback runs this year. Is this probably the deepest stable of running backs Urban's had since he's been here?
Definitely. Antonio and JK and Mike, those guys y'all can take the house anytime they get the ball. So it's exciting to be able to have home run hitters at running back, go above to the receiver and they take it to the house. So you got so much talent, and it's really easy for a quarterback.
One of the things that's been a real offense or weapon for this offense the last few years has been like 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, snap it to the quarterback, and he's just going to run it into the teeth of defense on the first down. What's your comfort level doing something like that?
I mean, I got to do. My freshman year, Coach Meyer made me run the ball. First scrimmage I ever had, and 4th and 1, got the first down. It is a different competitive mode when you get in that situation. It's like 1 yard, I got to go get it. And whether I think I'm a runner or not, I'm going to get the first down.
What was it like being put in that situation as a freshman?
It was nerve-wracking, but you get used to that. Coach Meyer puts you in those predicaments for a reason.
Dwayne, I think you were asked about this earlier. I'm sorry, but what prompted spending spring break doing a little bit of work instead of just relaxing or having fun there?
I mean, I worked out last spring break. Just every opportunity I can get better, I take that. And whether that's with the NFL receiver or my guys here at college, and I want to be able to better myself. I want to be able to get to the next level. And by me going to spring break and not only experiencing Miami, but actually working out there too, just helps me out.